Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Sunday, the 24th day of May 2026. And I hope everybody's safe and healthy and enjoying what for most of us is a long holiday weekend. We're leaving our vacation now and headed back home. So, last night, to make it short and quick as I don't have my computer out, the New York Knicks took care of business in the biggest game of the year, beating the Cleveland Cavaliers last night in a contested game in Cleveland, but it was in Cleveland. Knicks Nation was well represented. There were six players for the Knicks, including Landry Shamet coming off the bench in double figures. The Knicks played excellent defense. Karl-Anthony Towns, who had 7 turnovers in the previous win, had 0 turnovers tonight. 13 points, 8 boards, 7 assists, 0 turnovers. That was the key. Of course, everybody focuses on Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson's a scorer. He's a high-level scorer, and he's going to score. That's what he does. And he did last night, scoring 30 points. Josh Hart and Brunson each had 4 turnovers. Josh threw some really stupid turnovers in his butt, and that's got to be cleaned up for the next round. Speaking of the next round, as we talked about before multiple times, the 2 hardest games in any 7-game series is Game 1 and the closeout game. The Knicks won Game 1, as we know, coming from 22 down with Jalen Brunson scoring 38 to come back and beat the Cavaliers in Game 1, which set the tone for the rest of what's now the series. Beating last night, the Knicks are now up 3-0. The closeout game starts on Monday. That's the second hardest. That's one of the 2 hardest games to do because the Cavaliers are going to be playing with desperation to keep their season alive. The Cavaliers lose on Monday, their season is over, and they're going on vacation. Right now, the San Antonio Spurs, as I speak now, tonight they're supposed to play Oklahoma City. San Antonio's down 2-1. Tonight's game is in San Antonio. Oklahoma City prevailed against them in the first game against San Antonio, just like San Antonio got a split in Oklahoma City. So again, it's a big game tonight. If San Antonio loses, it'll be 3-1. That series will be a wrap. So if the Knicks could win Monday, close out this series, they will have time to prepare for what we know is going to be Oklahoma City, especially if they win tonight. They're shown to be the better team, more experienced team, being defending champions. They know what they need to do. So the Knicks need to clean up a few things. I mentioned the turnovers. They can't be committing stupid turnovers. And I mean, there's turnovers that's not bad turnovers. They just happen in the course of a game. But then there's dumb turnovers when you're throwing the ball to a space or you're just not paying attention. That's what Josh Hart was doing last night. So we got to get a little better. The Knicks and the Cavaliers pretty even on the boards last night. The Knicks had 27 assists. The ball was moving, which means Mikal Bridges was activated. And if you're watching the game, you'll see it. All those idiots that keep talking about these 5 picks are getting, they really getting ridiculous. Where they at now? We did not take Mikal Bridges because we wanted to be top number 1 in the East and win 60 games. We took Mikal Bridges so we can get these playoffs and get 16 wins and get this chip. And I mentioned at the time we got it when people was whining then. When we win the chip, you going to still worry about the 5 picks? Well, apparently they are. So the people still mentioning that. But Mikal was tough last night on both sides of the ball, cutting without the basketball, getting the basketball from Cat mostly, and scoring off the cuts. And so that's going to continue. The good thing about the Knicks, again, is that they have multi-pronged attack. Last night, Karl-Anthony Towns did his thing. When they tried to shut Karl-Anthony Towns off, Brunson did his thing. And then there was Landry Shamet. 14 points off the bench, mostly in the fourth quarter when it was needed the most. And you still got Deuce, you still got Jordan Clarkson, you still got Mitchell Robinson. So there's a lot of weapons that the Knicks have. You're going to need that against OKC. You're going to need that. I keep saying OKC because I'm believing they're the better team in the West. They will probably beat San Antonio. San Antonio had their number during the course of the regular season. This is not the regular season. This is the playoffs. This is a different animal. And the Knicks know it. And, of course, OKC knows it. So we're getting ready to get prepared. We got to win this game. Monday, though, it's the toughest game of the year. They're going to be scratching and clawing and fighting for their lives, their playoff lives, because it's going to depend on it. But the likelihood of them coming back from 3-0 to win is very, very small. And so Jalen Brunson and them are aware of this. As I mentioned many times, I will say it again, never bet against Jalen Brunson. Yes, he's short. No, he's not the greatest athlete. Don't bet against him. He'll beat you. And I'm glad he's on our team. Okay, OG Anunoby, congratulations. Second team All-NBA defense. And it's not that he wasn't better than the people in the first team. It really comes down to there is so many in the league right now, really good defenders. There used to be everybody could play some defense and you had to be physical, but now it's a little tougher because you're not allowed to grab and hold as much as you did, say, back in the 90s. You could be more physical then. Now you got to be physical. You got to be an athlete. You got to be strong. You got to be nimble. You got to be quick. You need all that. You need length. OG 7-foot wingspan, 6'7", 240 pounds of fury. Second team All-NBA defense. We all thought, well, not all of us, but the majority of us thought that should be the case. It is. Congratulations to him. So now we got one more win, and then we congratulate our team on making their first finals appearance in 26 years. Let's get this dub. Be safe. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Shalom.